What if I told you that the coffee you drink first thing in the morning, the one that's supposed to wake you up, could actually be the reason you feel tired, anxious, and moody by 2 p.m.?
Yeah.
I know. That sounds crazy. Because coffee is supposed to help, right? It's supposed to make you feel alert, focused, ready to take on the day. But here's what nobody tells you. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach doesn't just wake up your brain. It wakes up a hormone in your body that, over time, can quietly wreck your energy, your mood, and even your sleep. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why and what to do instead. So stick with me, because this one small change might be the reason for that afternoon crash you've been blaming on just being tired. Let's talk about what's really going on inside your body the moment you wake up. When you sleep, your body isn't just resting. It's working. And one of the things it's doing is naturally raising a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol gets a bad reputation because people call it the stress hormone. But that's only half the story. Cortisol is actually your body's natural alarm clock. It's the hormone that helps you wake up, feel alert, and get moving in the morning. This natural rise is called the cortisol awakening response, and it usually peaks about 30 to 45 minutes after you open your eyes. Here's the problem. If you drink coffee the moment you wake up, before eating anything, you're adding caffeine on top of a cortisol spike that's already happening naturally. Caffeine itself also triggers cortisol release. So now you have two things pushing your cortisol higher at the same time. It's like your body's alarm is already ringing, and then you add a second, louder alarm right on top of it. Over time, this double spike, done every single morning, can train your body to rely on external stimulation just to feel normal. And that's where the real problems start. So what happens when cortisol gets pushed too high, too often, first thing in the morning? First, your blood sugar gets involved. Cortisol tells your liver to release stored sugar into your bloodstream for quick energy. That's useful in an emergency. But if you're doing this every morning with coffee on an empty stomach, your blood sugar rises without any food to balance it. Your body responds by releasing insulin to bring that sugar back down. But because there's no real food in your stomach, no protein, no fiber, nothing to slow things down, your blood sugar can drop fast. This is often called a sugar crash, even though you never actually ate sugar. This is very likely the real reason behind that shaky, irritable, can't focus feeling some people get an hour or two after their morning coffee. It's not really about caffeine wearing off. It's your blood sugar swinging up and down because of the cortisol-insulin roller coaster. Second, this pattern can affect your nervous system. High cortisol first thing in the morning keeps your body in a low-grade, fight or flight state. For some people, this shows up as that jittery, anxious feeling, heart beating a little faster, mind racing even before anything stressful has actually happened. And third, this is the part most people never connect. This pattern can mess with your evening cortisol levels too. Your cortisol is supposed to follow a rhythm. High in the morning, gradually dropping throughout the day, low at night so you can relax and fall asleep. But when you spike cortisol unnaturally every single morning, you can throw off that entire rhythm. Some people end up with cortisol that's too low in the morning, leaving them exhausted, and too high at night, leaving them wired when they're supposed to be winding down. That's the hormonal domino effect. One habit, 3 systems affected. And it all starts with an empty stomach and a cup of coffee. Now, before you panic and throw out your coffee maker, this doesn't hit everyone equally. Some people have a naturally strong tolerance to cortisol swings. Genetics play a role. So does how well you're sleeping, how stressed your life already is, and how sensitive your body is to caffeine in general. If you're someone who already deals with anxiety, poor sleep, or high stress, your system is likely more sensitive to this extra cortisol spike. You're the person most likely to feel those jittery mornings and crashing afternoons. But even if you feel fine right now, that doesn't mean this habit isn't quietly adding up. Hormones work slowly and quietly in the background. You might not feel the damage today, but months or years of this pattern can shift how your body regulates energy, stress, and mood, often without you ever connecting the dots back to your morning coffee routine. Okay, so does this mean you have to quit coffee? Not at all. This is about timing, not sacrifice. Tip 1. Wait at least 60 to 90 minutes after waking up. This gives your natural cortisol awakening response time to do its job and start coming back down before you add caffeine on top of it. Your morning alarm clock hormone gets to work the way it's supposed to, without interference. Tip 2. Never drink it on a completely empty stomach. Even something small, a handful of nuts, a boiled egg, a spoon of peanut butter, gives your body something to slow down that sugar and cortisol response. Protein and healthy fat are your best friends here. Tip 3. Hydrate before you caffeinate. A glass of water first thing in the morning helps rehydrate your body after hours of sleep and gently supports your nervous system before you introduce caffeine. Tip 4. Pay attention to how you feel. If you notice jitteriness, anxiety, or a crash a couple hours later, that's your body giving you real feedback. Try shifting your coffee time and see if it changes how your afternoon feels. Small shift. Same coffee. Completely different hormonal response. So here's the truth. Your coffee isn't the enemy. Timing is everything. When you drink it on an empty stomach, right when you wake up, you're stacking your caffeine on top of your body's natural stress hormone at its most sensitive moment. But give your body a little breakfast, a little water, and a little patience. And that same cup of coffee can work with your hormones instead of against them. Try this for just 1 week. Push your coffee back by an hour, eat something small first, and pay attention to your afternoon energy and mood. I think you'll notice a real difference. If you love learning the real science behind your everyday habits, hit that subscribe button and join the community here at the Curious Kitchen Hub. We break down the why behind the things you do every single day. No confusing jargon, just real answers. And I want to know, are you a fasted coffee drinker, or do you always eat first? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Until next time, take care of your body and drink with intention.